he was literally ranked nationally as a 3-star kid, 253, according to one of the recruiting sites that I looked at earlier today, and the 67th best guard in the country. And he's coming out right now on the road. He's playing well. I saw an interview with him this week, Mike, and I'm going to tell you, he said the first few games when they played Alabama, there was a learning curve for him. I mean, now he's starting to figure it out. He looks so confident, and he looks like a 12-year-old, number one, but he's just so confident with the ball. And we need Kylan to step up. But anyway, those are my thoughts on defense with him. You have to be able to step out. Don't run out. Close out, but stay down.
Yep. Brad, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I mean, they scored 48 points. I mean, that's really good. They looked pretty good on offense. They had a couple of stagnant possessions where they got stuck. I thought they dribbled too much, especially when Merkovich is trying to dribble and take it to the basket. He needs to be what he was when he was scoring, which was getting the ball either at the elbow and making moves or hitting spot ups. So there's a little few things offensively, but the biggest problem was defense. And I honestly thought, and it'll be interesting to watch the film later. I thought their defense was actually pretty good to start the game. I thought Thornton made tough shots. Then after he started making some tough shots, they got loose defensively because they were so concerned with him. They just started leaving everybody open. And they're getting beat on cuts, and at the end of the game, they go to double him or end of the half, or they go to double Thornton, and he gives it up, sure enough, and they get a layup at the other end. But what I didn't understand is why at the end of the half did they have Humrickhouse, Z, and Tommy on the court all at the same time to defend the last possession in 5 seconds. You'd want more athletic guys, right? More guys that are more mobile and stuff. It was just I thought it was a bizarre substitution idea. And I know Stojakovic had 2 fouls, but still, it was just odd. I mean, I would rather have Brandon Lee out there at that point to contest that. Just for 5 seconds. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was weird. I didn't think the defense was the issue on that last play. I thought it was the substitution pattern that was the issue. So, and that allowed, they gave
bottom line is, Brad, is when you're scoring at 1.5 points per possession, it makes the 1.235 of Ohio State look a little puny.
Yeah, that's true.
People who are asking about, I don't know if you guys subscribe to our site at all, everybody who's on here, but people were complaining last week about Andre not getting a lot of minutes. Do you realize in the Tennessee game he picked up 2 fouls in the first half, and he did it again? His fouls were stupid. They were just really silly fouls. Got beat baseline, get in the stance. If you get beat, don't bail him out with a foul. They just subbed out. I don't remember who the other player was with 2 fouls, and he comes. Oh, it was Jake Davis. Then he goes in the game, and you need him on the floor. He's struggling to stay out of foul trouble. That's why he's not playing a lot. So you can't. There's no way in a game this close on the road you're going to put one of your better players and back in the game in the first half, and he picks up his 3rd foul. So if you guys are wondering, pay attention to that part because there's a reason that he's sitting so long.
Yeah, and I will tell you, how do you deal, Brad, with a guy who literally Thornton right now looks like he could blindfold himself and throw the ball up in the air and make it? How does Illinois deal with it, or do you just decide that he can't outscore an entire team?
Well, I think you have to do some different things. I thought they did. There were a couple times when he came off ball screens and they didn't step up and contest those shots, and they didn't contest the rim. I think that what happens a lot of times, like even when, first of all, Boswell's playing not to foul. I really feel like he's playing not to get in foul trouble. He got that first foul, and then it was like, okay, well now I can't foul. And so I think you might see him be a little better this half, but you have to make him pass the ball, and then. Then once you got to make him give the ball up, but you have to be better at closing out on the other guys. Then, you can't let those other guys get going too. And that's kind of what they did at the end of the half. They let Mobley start going. So I think that what you have to do is you got to vary what you're doing. You can't just let him get comfortable doing the same thing. Somebody's saying put Lee on him. That is not the answer. I'm sorry, but if you think that's the answer, I don't know what to tell you because that is not the answer. Putting a freshman out there on arguably one of the best scorers in the country
on the road.
And he was 9 for 9 or 8 or 8 something before he missed his first shot. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, he was 9 for 9. Here's the thing. It's not fair to him or anybody else. And then you have him on offense too when your offense is cooking as well. The thing you got to do is you have a Brad thinks Kylan's a good defender. Kylan can be a really good defender. I think he just has to be a little bit more focused here. But even like one of the threes Thornton gave up was when Wagler gets beat back door. Well, you can't get beat back door there, and Boswell goes to help. Now you could say, well, he shouldn't have gone to help. That's fair because it would have only been 2 instead of 3. But that's your instinct taking over. You have to do that. But I thought the bigs have to do a better job stepping up on those guys when he comes off those ball screens and forcing him away, making it tougher on him. I don't think they really did that. And Boswell has to get over those screens. Remember, Trent Frazier used to be so good at getting over top of those screens. I think Kylan's not been very good of late of getting through those screens and fighting through it. But, overall, you're up by 6 on the road. You were down 2 the other night on the road, and you came back and won by 13. I think it's just a matter of making the right plays down the stretch, and they'll be fine. If you look out there outside, and I know Royal can play. I know Mobley can score. I know Ohio State has some good players that they don't have the depth, but they've got some good players in that starting lineup. But at the same time, Illinois is a better team. Just got to go out and show it. Just go out and do it. Keep executing on offense. And then, defensively, they just got to get a little more bite to them. I thought they had good bite that first 4 minutes until Thornton started going, even though, even when they score, if they're hitting tough shots, sometimes you're okay with that. But when they start giving up the easy shots, that's when you have you have to be better than that.
Yeah. And I would like to, Merkovich is so interesting because plays part of the half amazing. And then you see like the dribble slip. I mean, there was 2 times he clearly got away with travels when he took extra steps when he wasn't certain what the defender was going to do. And he's an interesting one because you know that every time he gets the ball, Underwood's got to be like, please God, please, yes. Or he's like, please God, oh.
It's not just Underwood. Everybody's cringing. Trust me, because you don't know what he's going to do, and then he'll pretend that he got fouled or something. There's just he's tough. It's hard because he's good. He's knocking down threes, and then putting him out there, having him put the ball on the floor is just not. It doesn't make sense.
He can. Like I said, he can attack. If you get him the ball at the elbow, he's in a position where he can make a move and do attack. You don't want him out the 3-point line against these guys. And one thing Ohio State's done pretty well, I thought, defensively, the only thing they've really done well defensively was get in gaps and kind of they poke some things. Illinois only has 3 turnovers, but there's been a few balls that have been tipped, when they've gotten in gaps. And they've rebounded well. Ohio State, only 2 offensive rebounds for Illinois and only 3 for Ohio State. But, that's a thing that Illinois usually has consistently been better at. Obviously not against Tennessee, but in other games. So, but yeah, I it's a matter of continuing to play. And you can't you just can't let those guys, those other guys get going, and you got to do a better job of making Thornton, we talked about it in the pregame, in my pregame. You got to make him shoot 2s, right? You got to make him shoot those tough 2s. Last year, they shot a ton of tough 2s, and he missed them. Those are tough shots, contested. He did make one over Tommy. That was a ridiculously tough shot. I mean, the fadeaway over a 7-footer is a tough shot, but he's already cooking at that point. Once you let a guy go, it's hard to stop him. I mean, what a good guy. I mean, we said that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, trust me. I mean, we've all been there. I mean, when you're just what is it? Jordan said it's like a big old bucket, right? I mean, you just can't miss. I mean, you could throw it at the rim, it's going to go in. So you've been there and you see that, but you've also had guys against you. Sometimes you play good defense and they score, and they got to make him do that. You got to play good defense and make him score that way, as opposed to giving him any clean looks.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing too, the sparseness of the crowd there at Ohio State. Clearly, everybody's worried about the CFP, not the basketball team. So that's probably why they don't have as much NIL money that they're spending in that direction right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, somebody mentioned Petrovich. I mean, he went in there, and what's the first thing he did?
Turn
the ball over and give up a layup on the other end.
Everybody knows he's loose with the ball. It's there.
Well, and he just doesn't. I don't think he values possessions. I mean, it's really weird. And the physicality of the game is different, and he's got to make that adjustment to that physical nature of this game.
There's a lot of KJ in him right now.
Yeah, I mean, he just gets bumped and loses the ball, and he just kind of loses. And it's, I don't know. I mean, you can't play 1 minute and be 1 turnover. Yeah, it's on a pace for 40 turns. If you play the whole game, that's not good. It's not a good pace to be on. So.
And they need him because Keaton can't play 38 minutes a game at this pace, though. I mean, and if you really look at, I guess we could look at the minutes here, but Keaton and
19 for Wagler. That's a lot. They need, but what would be nice if they need to he needs to just slow down a little bit.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
He's trying to make the home run play. For me, Mike, I want to see the second half. I want to see them because I think Ohio State's in foul trouble. We're actually making free throws. I want them to attack the basket, not just settle for threes. Number one, and I want to text Tomislav Ibisevic and ask him to just jump on one of his 3-point shots. If they're hitting the front of the rim, damn it, get some arch, flip your wrist, get some lift.
Hey, he could jump on a rebound too at some point, right?
No, oh my gosh. You made the comment about the block shot. It's like he doesn't want to jump, and he's 7 foot tall. And his brother, honestly, he's a better defensive player. He'll at least challenge a shot. Tommy won't even challenge it. I'm like, dude, do you realize you're 7 foot tall? But it's just not his nature. But yeah, and it's like he can't. There's no lift, like I said. His shots are hitting the front of the rim, and he has to know better than that.
I don't understand that. I don't understand what's the Hummerkaus deal is tonight.
It's
pretty well.
Every year that Brad Underwood's been here, he's always had one guy who plays a lot because of defense that just drives the Illini nuts. You know what I mean? So I mean, one of the things I always tell people is try to at least get mad about stuff that's unexpected, not things that you know are going to happen.
But I mean, so who are you going to play? Like, I mean, I look at this. I mean, you played
AJ Red, baby.
I mean, Stojakovic had 2 fouls right away. So which guys are you going to play?
Yeah.
You play. I mean, there's only so many guys. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Were you just going to find a random guy? We should play Jason Jaxtus up there now in the game.
And people are asking to put Andrea back in the game. Let Brad put him back in the game with 3 fouls, and then the comments are going to be, "What kind of coach do we have putting him back in the game with 3 fouls? 2 fouls." That's what you get. Yeah. You can't. You got to think the game. Think outside the box. But
yeah, and here's the thing: as long as had I think at Ohio State made a bigger run and Illinois hadn't been able to answer, then you make that change sooner. But you're still upset. Yeah, that was a weird fast break. That was just what we thought. Thornton literally, I think he bounced
just
off
when
somebody.
Thought it was safe to turn the TV
on. Yeah. So, well, I don't know. We can agree to disagree, but if you're saying the Hummerkaus doesn't belong, they don't want to play Hummerkaus more than 15 to 20 minutes. That's what they want Tim to play. Like, I mean, you can sit down and talk to the coaches. They will tell you that. They love for him to play 15, 20 minutes. But in order for that to happen, other guys have to stay on the floor. And you can't just –
And with that, folks, we're going to have to sign off because the second half is starting. We will be back 5 minutes after the game. So we will see you then. Until then, go Illini.